Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good day. And above all else, that you're looking after yourselves and one another. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to another segment of Live Album Spotlight. Now, the music I'm going to be talking about on in this episode um, goes back to 1982, and it's been released in various formats. Okay. Now, it is this album right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Fleetwood Mac, Mirage Tour 82. This is the double CD um, digipack version of the release. This is also released on a uh, triple vinyl set through Warner Records. Now, as I said, the music for this package has been released in various formats over the years. Okay, but I'll get into that in a sec. I'll show you the layout of the CD package. Again, it's a triple paneled CD digipack format. Again, forgive my fingers, but there you go. Some great shots of the band in action. The music for this release was originally recorded on October 21st and October 22nd of 1982 in Inglewood, California, at the famous LA Forum. This release follows the release of Rumors Live from 2023, also from Warner Records. Obviously, you have the classic lineup of the band. You have Lindsey Buckingham on guitars and lead vocals, Stevie Nicks on lead vocals and tambourine, Christine McVie on keyboards, accordion, and lead vocals, John McVie on bass guitar, and Mick Fleetwood on drums and percussion. This album was produced by Ken Calais, who has worked with the band on Rumors, and I do believe Mirage. This album, I've listened to it a few times. It is quite good. Um, I'll get into that. There are a lot of hits here. The original release had 16 tracks. There are six previously unreleased tracks added to the set list. So what you have here, ladies and gentlemen, in my hot, stubby little fingers here again, is the full concert. Okay. Starts off with a rousing rendition of Secondhand News. Very up tempo, very how can I put this? Yeah, up tempo is the only way I can describe it. Okay. Up next, you have The Chain, clocking in at 6 minutes and 33 seconds. Don't Stop is next, and the crowd are going crazy because they're basically playing all the hits at this point. Dreams is next. They dip into the discography to play a good version of Oh Well. Really, you know, really high charged, energy track, blues track. Rhiannon clocks in at 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Again, Stevie Nicks, how can I put this? She does a good performance, but for me, um, she does a lot of vocal gymnastics, I call them, like a lot of extra sort of singing over the top of parts where there doesn't need to be singing. She kind of, I don't want to say bellows, but she just kind of her vocals soar over the music kind of thing. And it really doesn't add anything to the music, right? Up next is after Rhiannon is a beautiful version of Brown Eyes from Tusk with Christine McVie on lead vocals. I love her vocals. I love Christine's vocal delivery. She is amazing. To me, she has always been an artist that presents herself in a very elegant way, very sophisticated and elegant way. After Brown Eyes is a fantastic version of Eyes of the World. Gypsy's next, so there's a good amount of material from the latest album at the time, Mirage. After Gypsy, I do like Gypsy as a track, I gotta tell you. After Gypsy comes Love in Store, um, again from Mirage. CD1 ends off with a 9 minute and 6 second version of Not That Funny. Okay. And I mean, um, Lindsey Buckingham is very much in the moment. He's, leading the charge with the band. He's getting them into the moment. Really high energy performance, and there's a really good breakdown section in this track, in the midsection, with just bass and drums and just a little bit of guitar, and the crowd are really getting into it, right? That ends off CD1. CD2 starts off with a beautiful acoustic version. Obviously, it's an acoustic track. Never Going Back Again. Uh, the original version's like 2 minutes and 14 seconds. This is clocking in at 4 minutes and 25 seconds, and the crowd are really getting into it. Okay. Now, after Never Going Back Again, the acoustic set continues with a beautiful version of Landslide, another track of Stevie Nicks that was supposed to be released as was supposed to be included on the Rumors album, but instead it was released as a standalone single and was a major hit. And this is a good version. Stevie Nicks, again, I don't know. For me, her vocals are good, but I don't know. That's all I can say. Up next is a really uh, charged up version of Tusk, 5 minutes and 57 seconds. And Mick Fleetwood is really keeping the beat here. He's the backbone of the band for this release, and especially on this track. He's keeping the band going, he's keeping the time, just pushing them forward. And he does a drum solo in the midsection that is just unreal. Things calm down after Tusk with a beautiful version of Sarah, my favorite, or one of my favorite tracks from Tusk, the album. I do think that Tusk as an album, I think, is very underrated. Okay. Obviously, it followed Rumors. So, I mean, it had a really tough act to follow, but selling 4 million copies of an album, there's nothing to sneeze at. But this is a beautiful version of Sarah, beautiful version. And I love Christine McVie's vocals, very ethereal. Um, After Sarah comes the one of the singles from Mirage. Again, Mirage is very well represented on this tour because it is for the Mirage album. Hold Me is next at 4 minutes and 14 seconds. You Make Lovin' Fun. Fantastic track. Fantastic track. A fantastic version. Again, I love Christine McVie's vocals on this track. After that comes from the White Album, the self-titled Fleetwood Mac album, I'm So Afraid. And really high charged version of this track. Again, Mick Fleetwood is keeping the beat. He's keeping the time. He's pushing everybody forward, propelling everyone forward. And to me, this is a brutal version of this track. It's beautiful. Clocking in at 6 minutes and 29 seconds. Then the set ends with another hit from Rumors, Go Your Own Way. Beautiful version of this track. Again, extended version, clocking in at 6 minutes and 28 seconds. The band leave the stage, and then they come back for the encore. Starts off with Blue Letter, a good version of this track, 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Then it slows down for a really good version. I got to say, it's not one of my favorite tracks, but it's a good version of Sisters of the Moon from Tusk, clocking in 8 minutes and 3 seconds. Okay. And the crowd are going crazy at this point. Then the night ends off with Christine McVie and her track Songbird from Rumors. And at this point, the crowd are going ballistic. Okay. Because when she delivers this song, it's very emotional, it's very emotive. And you literally are sitting there crying. Okay. Or at least I am. And I know that there were stories, well, not stories, but uh, you know, Mick Fleetwood and John McVie would say that whenever she would perform this, they would be standing at the sides of the stage watching, and they would be tearing up because Christine McVie does a beautiful vocal on this track, and it is just breathless for me anyway. That's my opinion. So there you have it, guys. A live album spotlight on this bad boy right here. Mirage Tour 82. Again, this is the definitive version of the concert, all 22 tracks. I got this for $38.95 on Amazon. Um, you can get it, on Amazon, on Discogs, on eBay if you want at this point. You can even stream it on YouTube and listen to it before you go get it. Because for me, what does hamper this album, for me personally, is Stevie Nicks and her vocal deliveries on some songs. She, like on The Chain, she tends to sort of bellow, like over what everyone else is singing. And she improvs here and there, and it really doesn't do any justice to the tracks. Yes, obviously, when you do them live, you want to do a little bit of a different interpretation, but she tends to, I don't know, overstate things vocally on certain songs. And for me, that kind of ruins it for me. But the performances are amazing. The production is great. The performances are really high energy. And they're done, some tracks are done at a faster tempo. Okay. But that could be also because, they were excited to be performing and, either that or they wanted to get through the performance, whatever the case may be. So once you listen to the album, let me know what you think of the album in the comments down below. And yeah, I'll be back with more videos coming up. And please click like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content we've got coming up. All right, so that's it for now. I'm Armando Venditti signing off. Again, look after yourselves and one another, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye for now.